Are you struggling to keep up with the accelerating pace of life? Do you find yourself constantly playing catch-up while the world races ahead? Maybe it's the relentless rollout of new technologies. Maybe it's the shifting job market, or even the social and environmental changes that seem to come faster each year. You're not alone and you're not broken. But here's the real question. What if you could not only keep up, but actually flourish amidst the chaos? This isn't about hustle culture or toxic positivity. It's about building a mindset for the world we're actually living in, one that's in constant motion. Let's talk about how to future-proof your mind, because the ability to adapt isn't optional anymore. It's essential. The old ways of thinking, they're dead. If you're still relying on a static mindset in a dynamic world, you're not just falling behind, you're standing in your own way. This video unpacks the counterintuitive strategies that turn uncertainty into fuel. You'll learn how to stop resisting change, stop quietly quitting on your goals, and start thriving, even when the path ahead isn't clear. Let's face it, the pace of change is real. Artificial intelligence is transforming industries. Climate concerns are reshaping how we live. Cultural norms are shifting. Even the idea of a career path is evolving into something far less linear. And this rapid evolution comes with a very real psychological cost: anxiety, burnout, overwhelm, and more quietly, disengagement, what some call quiet quitting. It's that slow withdrawal from challenges, responsibilities, or even dreams, because everything just feels too much. Here's the core problem. Most of us were raised and trained to seek stability, a career ladder, a clear path, a formula for success. But today's world rewards fluidity, not rigidity. It values adaptability, not certainty, and that requires an entirely different mindset. So why do we resist change, even when we know it's inevitable? First, the comfort zone fallacy. Our brains are wired to seek patterns and predictability. When something disrupts that pattern, it triggers a threat response: fight, flight, or freeze. Sometimes that looks like procrastination. Other times it's quiet quitting, not just from work, but from new challenges, goals, or even relationships. Second, the fear of the unknown. When we can't predict the outcome, we assume the worst. We imagine failure, embarrassment, or loss. That mental loop paralyzes action and fuels avoidance. And here's the myth we cling to: this is just how I am. But that belief, that our habits and perspectives are set in stone, is one of the most damaging lies we tell ourselves. Because the truth is, everything about us is subject to growth. So how do we shift? Start by embracing the beginner's mind. Show up to new situations not as someone who needs all the answers, but as someone curious enough to ask better questions. Curiosity dissolves resistance. It invites learning instead of judgment. It re-engages us when we're tempted to check out. Then, embrace the power of the word yet. I'm not good at this yet. I don't understand this yet. That one word reframes setbacks as stepping stones. It builds resilience, the ability to adapt and keep going. And finally, cultivate mental flexibility. Journal about your assumptions. Ask, what else might be true? Seek out perspectives that challenge your own. These small practices stretch your thinking and keep you from falling into the mental ruts where quiet quitting begins. Let's get tactical. Start with a pre-mortem exercise. Before taking on something new, imagine it fails. Then ask, what caused it to fail? That's not negativity. It's strategic awareness. By identifying possible pitfalls early, you build resilience before the challenge even starts. Next, build a learning loop. In a world that changes daily, your skills have a shelf life. So stay in motion, read, listen, experiment, keep learning, keep growing. And finally, build a support system. Surround yourself with people who adapt, not people who resist. People who see change as opportunity, not a threat. Because accountability doesn't just help with productivity. It protects you from slipping into disengagement. So what does a future-proof mindset really look like? It starts with vision casting for uncertainty. Set goals, yes, but let them breathe. Design aspirations that evolve as you do. Because rigid goals crack under pressure, flexible ones adapt. Next, cultivate the courage to pivot. Life will throw curveballs. Plans will change. Paths will shift. What feels like a dead end is often just a detour. Reinvention isn't failure. It's part of growth. And most importantly, understand that this is an ongoing journey. Future-proofing your mindset isn't something you do once. It's something you commit to over and over. It's a daily choice to stay aware, to stay open, to stay in motion. It's refusing to quietly quit on yourself even when things feel uncertain. It's choosing to thrive on purpose. The world isn't slowing down, but your anxiety doesn't have to speed up with it. With the right mindset, change doesn't have to feel like a threat. It can become your greatest ally. So ask yourself, am I resisting the future? Or am I becoming someone who can meet it head on?